guys, good morning. I wanted to talk some in a little morning motivation today. Haven't done it in a while, but I wanted to talk some about emotional eating this morning because I know that as a lot of us are quarantined and we are stuck at home, we can start to try to eat our feelings and deal with it in that way. So deal with our stress and stuff in that way. So the struggle that we're going to address is, if you're eating when you feel low, you find that there's something comforting about it. So the first step to overcoming this is identifying triggers, identifying things that lead to you desiring to emotional eat. So thinking about when you do it, is there a specific time of the day that you do it? Are there certain feelings that you feel or emotions? Situations, and looking at identifying the benefits of it when you do that. So for instance, if you are eating because you're sad, what is it that's comforting about food? Does it remind you of a person? Is it a certain type of food? Is it a certain time of day? So all of those things are going to help us to figure out ways that we can overcome it. And replace those bad behaviors. So next I want you to, after you've identified triggers and once you've identified the benefits, so, I skipped over this one. Once you identify the benefits, okay, so the next one, it's serving some purpose. So what is that purpose that it's serving? Is it making you feel happy? Is it helping you feel close to something or someone? Identifying those benefits is going to help you to recognize what the actual thing is that you're seeking, because it's likely not even being solved by food, but we use food to cope or to cover up that deeper need that we have. Next, I want you to identify drawbacks. So we've identified triggers, we've identified benefits, now we're identifying drawbacks. All the reasons that ultimately eating or emotional eating is not benefiting you, and it's not a good way to handle it. So this is going to help to work as a deterrent as you're struggling. So the more that you can look at these things and say, actually, yeah, that's really not what I want to be doing. You can look at this during those times when you are really tempted to fall back into it. Remind yourself of all the reasons that you're going to hate it. And that can work as a deterrent in keeping you from doing it. Next, I want you to identify times when you have felt successful. This is an interesting spin on it, but what I find is that you have been successful at different times in your life, whether you want to admit it or not. Some of us are. We have a hard time looking at the times when we did something really good, but that's what I want you to do right now. So identify times that you were successful. Now, this does not have to relate to food. This is about you as a person. When have you felt successful? Because the thing is, you've been learning different skills. You've been practicing different skills to help you to be successful in other areas. And what we're going to do is we're going to take all of those times when you've been successful, write a journal of them, create that evidence journal that I've talked about in a few different videos. And I want you to really think about all the times when you have, what skills you have done throughout those times that you were successful. So this is going to help you to be aware of your strengths and the things that you can draw on. So I can get all advicey and say these are the things that you need to do but to be successful, but ultimately I want it to come from your heart. I want it to come from your experiences, because that's going to give you a lot more confidence that you are capable, rather than just me saying, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, and then you're like, oh my goodness, I already have so much else to do. But drawing from the confidence of the fact that you have done it in the past is going to be really empowering. So yeah, definitely write all those down. And then finally, we're going to look at alternative behaviors. What is something that we can do instead of emotional eating? And when you're looking at emotional eating, a few things that come to mind, for instance, if we are sad and alone, then we eat. the need that it is solving is the fact that we don't really want to feel sad and alone. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually solve that problem. It just makes it feel a little bit more dull. So in turn, the alternative behavior is to actually solve that need, actually go into it and say, how can I fill this need? How can I find people that I can spend time with right now, virtually or in person? Probably sticking to virtually right now, unless it's somebody within your house. But looking at ways that you can actually connect with people and relationships that you can build that that are going to help to actually solve that need for you. So that's an example. If you need further support with this, I am going to be giving a free talk. It's going to be, I think it's April 3rd. It's that Friday. That's the online one. And the live one I'm going to have to cancel. So, but there is going to be that free talk for continued conversation about this and for learning more about your body, self-love, self-acceptance. So check that out in the events section if that's something that you're needing. But I hope this video was helpful. Give it a like, comment below if there's anything that I missed, or you're like, oh, I think this is really important to keep in mind. This is definitely something that I help a lot of people with. So I want to make sure that I'm clear, that I'm helpful, that I'm giving you guys the support that you need. So I hope that's been helpful, and I will see you next time.